Introduce
Uh,
the topic?
yeah. Uh, Very good evening to all my colleagues and dear students. Um, Shashakt is a society for women empowerment, and we welcome you to this evening, saying cheers to healthy life, which is the need of an hour in the midst of the ongoing pandemic. The importance of yoga in modern life is abundant. Yoga teaches us the knowledge of how to lead a healthy life. It improves our concentration, creativity, and sharpens our memory. So, importance of yoga in modern life can be uh, that it improves our muscle strength, stamina, and bring immune and mental stability. So, we all know through evidence based research that yoga plays a profound role in combating stress. The art of practicing yoga helps in controlling an individual's mind, body, and soul. So, it brings together physical and mental disciplines to achieve a peaceful body and mind. You must be wondering why I'm talking so much on yoga, because our esteemed guest today, Dr. Hansa Yogendra, is an Indian yoga guru, an author, researcher, and a popular TV personality. A few words about her, just to know her better. She is the director of the Yoga Institute in Mumbai. It is a government recognized non-profit organization. She was the presenter of the television series Yoga for Better Living. It was aired on DD National in the 1980s. She is the chair of Yoga Certification Committee for Quality Council of India and president of International Board of Yoga. She is the vice president of Indian Yoga Association. Her book, Yoga for All, was released by the governor of Maharashtra in January 2019. It took her 3 years to finish the book, which was based on the research by the Yoga Institute. Rather, I should say 100 years of research by the Institute. She has numerous awards and distinctions to her credit. To name a few, uh, she was the recipient of Yoga Tapaswini title at Pune International Yoga Week. She was a keynote speaker at international conference uh, on yoga for holistic health at Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi. In 2018, she was the recipient of Divine Shakti Leadership Award at Parmarth Niketan International Yoga Festival. Again in 2019, she was the recipient of National Yoga Award from Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. It's a pleasure and an honor to have you with us today, ma'am. I request the audience to keep their mics on mute, and let's try to imbibe the maximum from this unique opportunity which has been granted to us today. I once again welcome you to this webinar. Uh, Over to you, ma'am.
Well, I'm very glad to be with all of you here. In yoga, we always say that when you think before doing any action, you are doing yoga because you are involving your whole personality when you are thinking. We humans have our body, I have my body, and I have to take care of my body. It is my responsibility to take care of my body. And so I have that. I don't know what type of a body I have. It is very clear that right from the beginning, What are the things which I inherited? Strength and weakness, I should know. How much should I eat that is sufficient for me? How much is more? How much is less? I should know. What do I do so that my body gets affected? I should know. If I have a headache, why did I have a headache? I should know. I should know my body thoroughly well. Then I should see that I keep my body flexible, because yogis have made it very much clear that our vertebral column, our spine, should always be flexible. You are as young as your spine, yogis say. You have to keep your spine flexible. So they have techniques, asanas, to see that the spine is being exercised in different ways: forward bend, backward bend, sideward bend, twist, upward bend, and down position, that is head low. So these are the 6 different ways we exercise our spine, and we should be doing some, at least 6 these minimum asanas to take care of spine. And then yogis say that you keep your body in a better condition, your hormones secreting better. You should focus on your abdomen. Nabhi, Nabhi Chakre Kaya Vyuha Jnanam. They say that if force, try and understand that your abdomen has to be soft and in, not stomach protruding out and fat on the stomach. So you should try and do that. So certain techniques are there to help your abdomen. Then there are techniques for extremities. Try and see that you take care of that. Try and see that you learn how to relax well, because a good relaxation can solve big problems. Do that and see to it that you have a proper habits, food, your diet, your routines, your sleep pattern. How should you sleep better? When should you eat your asanas? When do your asanas? Before, after food, and all those details. I'm not going to give you these details unless you want.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am, please take a break and have water. I think you are
thank
choked.
you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Take your time, ma'am.
That's fine. I had given a long lecture with
I know, ma'am. I can understand.
our Brazilian group right now. It was a
Okay, ma'am. I can
beautiful.
understand. We too are teachers, so we
I
understand
know.
that, it's.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And don't worry, I'll cough in between, but I'll continue. Don't worry. Okay, so it's my responsibility to see that I know my body thoroughly well. Second, I have my mind, and I should know what type of a mind I have. When I'm alone, what type of a thoughts come to me, because mind's job is to think, and mind is going to think all the time. If you don't direct your mind what to think, then mind will think anything, and usually mind will go in past, because you have experienced your past. So mind goes in past, and then mind, past means always tears, because there are many who are not there. So many problems have come in your life. So many people have behaved in what way, done cheating, helping. So many things are there, but we remember always those bitter things. Good things we have not trained our mind to remember, and so usually we go in past and suffer. But what type of a thoughts are coming to my mind? What do I do so that I start thinking better? All this is my responsibility. I should see that my mind is always positive, zestful, enthusiastic, energetic, and always ready to move ahead in life and never stop. This is my mind's job. So I have to take care of my mind. Then naturally, who is this I? I is consciousness. my soul, my Atma, my consciousness, what people even call as God or Chaitanyata, you may call by any name. And it is mentioned that consciousness, presence itself means your body and mind is functioning. The moment your Atma, soul goes away, you are dead. We have to work at our body mind level. Consciousness is there, so we are there. And we have to go closer to consciousness because there the quality of that area is peace, care, love, compassion, faith. All these are the qualities. And we have to start imbibing these things in life. Whenever we are under stress, we automatically are away from these qualities. And so under stress, we get affected by the external very easily. So my body, my mind, I have to take care. So here comes the whole crux that our duty. Yoga talks about duty, concept of duty, dharma, says that it is my dharma to see that my mind is always balanced, let anything happen. Outside world is there. The nature of world is continuously changing. World's job is changeful. You can never understand the external things, why certain things happen, why people also behave in a particular way, what happens. But you can manage your mind. You have to see that your mind doesn't get affected by any other external situations in life. And so here the effort has to be put. It is observed that if mind is into a negative phase like anger, agitation, anxiety, tension, nervousness, worry, hatred, jealousy, name any of these things, what happens? The moment mind is into any of these things, it directly affects the body because mind supersedes body. Mind has a will of its own, body doesn't have a separate will. Body has its own system and body is functioning. Systems are doing very good job. You have a very good body. Problem is not at all with body. Body has its own language. It tells you if you are standing for long, your legs you will feel little tired in your leg. That's body's language. Come on, sit down or walk, and the tiredness will go away. Or you're sitting for long, you'll feel little stiffness in your back. Body's language. Get up and move little bit. Move your leg little bit behind. Stretch yourself little bit up or bend little bit, and that stiffness goes away. Body is very, very strong, very capable. Body has all the things perfect. Immunity of body is always high. Why should it be low? But unfortunately, since mind supersedes body, since we have not learned how to deal with mind, we get into trouble. You are angry, what happens? Your blood pressure shoots up, your pulse goes fast, the breathing goes very fast, jerky and shallow. So oxygen coming out, taking oxygen into the system and throwing carbon dioxide out of the system doesn't take place. So blood remains impure. Whatever food you have eaten, body will not absorb, assimilate anything out of that food. So what will happen? Body will either store whatever body can store, or body will throw the things out. So when body stores carbohydrate into glucose form. So glucose going high means diabetes setting in. Body stores fat. Externally you put on weight or internally, and you have cholesterol going high. So again, the problem, heart problems, blood pressure fluctuating up and down starts. Body stores uric acid, and so joint pain starts. Protein converts into peptides, into amino acids, again the problems. So all such things are happening. Why? Because I am angry. Then what body throws it out? All the nutrients are not sufficiently supplied to our body because body throws the things out. And so deficiency of iron, deficiency of calcium, D3, B12, all these deficiencies occur. Do you think we are not eating food? We are eating. all the simple food. Why should we have any deficiency? But we have, because it is not the food, it is the mind which is creating the whole problem. And above all, nervous system is rattled because you are angry or disturbed or you are hurt or you are upset. So rattled nervous system means your concentration becomes poor, your memory becomes still more poor, and your reasoning power, because of which we are superior than animals. The understanding what is right, what is wrong, to do or not to do, to get hurt or not to get hurt, to feel or not to feel. This reasoning power is gone. So then we are worse than animals. So what is this? Human mind needs training. That's what yogis say always. Human mind has to be trained. And once mind is directed well, then everything goes very well. So try. Yoga is a subject which deals with human psychology, how human mind works and how it is supposed to work. Somebody behaved rudely or somebody was rough in his, expression. You have a choice to get hurt or not to get hurt, but usually you get hurt. And you get hurt and all these things happen. But you have a choice to suffer or not to suffer. You can understand that he is rude because maybe he is hungry, maybe he is not, he's upset himself, so his behavior is rude. Maybe he doesn't have love in him, so he's behaving rudely. Why should you suffer because of him? So this understanding has to come in us. And today, since all of you are sitting in front of me, straight away take a decision that you will not suffer because of anybody in life. Others are different, you are different. Their body, their mind, their value system, their behavior, their upbringing, everything is different. What is good for you may not be good for them. What you think is right, they may think it is not right, it is all stupid. And when they behave like that, you get hurt. You should not. You should appreciate their values, their understanding. Enjoy what he says, but not suffer. That's a variety. Every human is one variety. एक एक नमूना है हम सब लोग. And enjoy these namunas, enjoy the variety. Where is the problem? But if you choose to suffer, it's your problem. You forget that you have a choice to suffer or not to suffer. I ask people, what is life? They say, Hansaji, life is between B and D. B is birth and D is death, and life is between. I said, well, but there is C in between, no? B, C, D. What is this C? C is a choice. Life is not in our hand. We are just born. We don't even know why we are born and what we are supposed to do. What others do, we start doing. What my mother does, my father does, my brother, sister, I start doing. But I'm different. They are different, which I don't know. And so I suffer. What helps me may not help my mother or may not help my brother, but I'm different. So this understanding that you should know thyself is something which we all have to do in life. Know yourself thoroughly well and see to it that you understand your body's character, understand your mind, and then start training your mind. No problem with body, mind. And so this is how we start living our life. In one family, you will notice varieties of people come together. Somebody shouts and talks. Somebody hardly talks. Somebody talks roundabout. Somebody speaks lies very easily. Somebody plays politics. Somebody is hardworking. Somebody is lazy. Somebody is always miserable. World is bad. Everything is bad. Nobody cares. This sort of a dialogues they always use. I always call them certified miserable people. Varieties. It's very easy to get hurt, very easy to get disturbed, upset, because no logic or reasoning works. that I have worked, so you should also work. I speak truth, so you should also speak truth. I am open with you, you should be open with me. No, life doesn't go like that. They are different, you are different. You want to say something, you say. But what others are going to say, you have no choice. Where results are never in our hand. I smile at you, I don't even know whether you will smile back at me or not. What is there in my hand? You may say, why she is smiling? What is so great about it? And so on. People may have different opinions about a simple smile. So if you think the action should be done, you do it. But expect nothing. Whatever comes, enjoy. Do your part and not suffer. Suffering because of all those expectations. The moment you expect, you suffer. But if you see the things as they are and without any opinions, without any likes, dislikes, you are living your life properly, you will enjoy every moment. I always tell people, don't make a list of I love this and I hate this. Not at all. What right we have to say you love something and you hate something? They are there in the world. You love or you don't love. In the institute, we have varieties of people coming. We had foreigners. One foreigner, I'm giving you a simple story of one foreigner who came to the institute in 1978. He was German boy. His name was Gerhard Unger. He came, he wanted to learn yoga. He had heard quite a lot about it and he wanted to come here. So he came here for 6 months. They are supposed to come stay with us for 6 months, do the course and then go. So he was here. Then he was here in the month of May, this month which is going on. It was very hot in Bombay, sultry, people just sweat here. And so he also felt that he was feeling too hot. So he kept his baggage and then he came out. Just moving here and there, seeing lovely gardens and this and that, flowers and all that. And I saw him. I saw he was wearing hardly anything, only undergarment, waistline, nothing else. So I called him. I said, Gerhard, cover your body. He says, I'm feeling very hot, Hansaji. I said, look, cover your body with simple cotton. A simple cotton would, you like it. You wear such things and see. So he says, how nice. I I also wanted to buy some cotton clothes for me. Can I go today and buy? I'll go to Khadi Bhandar. He had the details of how to go to Khadi Bhandar from Santa Cruz, our institute. And he said, I'm going. I said, go. He came, whole day he was out. He came back in the evening at around 6:30. Hands full of bags. And he himself wearing kurta and pajama. He was looking very sweet and nice. I said, Gerhard, very fine, but whole day, what did you do? And the way in which he explained, he says, your country is wonderful, Hansaji, beautiful. So many people are there to help you. And it is, didn't have to do anything. Everything was done by people. Right from entering the train, I didn't know how to enter. I just started shouting, church gate, and people pushed me into the train. And so many people around. Hansaji, so many people here. So he was quite amused and amazed, and he was laughing and giggling and saying how people talk to you, talk about your personal things and so on. So that was Gerhard. Next day, another boy came whose name was John Shaw. He came from London. He was chief chartered accountant of Coca-Cola company at that time. He also went through the same thing, but he came within 2 hours back to the institute. And he was so angry, so angry. What happened? He says, do you know how dirty the roads are? People are spitting, people are having infection, they are spitting blood. And I had to tell him, no, beta, it is not blood, it is pan, which people eat. I was feeling myself quite shy about it, that how we Indians and basically that Little civic sense is not there, little aesthetic sense is not there, throwing things outside. You are healthy but things are out, all that was there too much. Now of course things are different, better, but that was his case. The point is you have a choice. One person enjoyed everything. He saw people spitting but he laughed. He saw people passing urine on the road, he laughed. But another person was getting angry with every little thing. This boy, John, didn't go out of the institute. 6 months he stayed and straight away from here to the airport and back home. And Gerhard used to move out every day, enjoying people wearing pagadis and enjoying this and that and everything. My point is, if we have to do something, if we have to live with people, we should see good in them. We should try and enjoy as they are. Don't try to change them. You cannot. You have to accept them as they are and enjoy them as they are. And save yourself, protect yourself if they are hurtful or harmful. As I always say, that how do we live with a dog? Dog barks, dog bites also. Yet people keep dog in the house. Why? Because they have seen one very good quality in a dog, that dog is faithful. And dog is in the house. But when dog comes in the house, you can't tell dog that stop barking. You better sing like Kaku. This barking irritates me. I get a headache. You don't talk like that. Dog is going to bark. Rather, you will be taken to mental asylum if you talk like that. And about dogs biting, what do you do? You can't tell dog that I love you, I bring the best of the food for you and we play together nicely and you should not bite me, we are good friends. No. When dog is playing with bitch, if you go closer to dog, dog is going to bite you. When he is eating food, engrossed in eating food, and you go to your dog rushing from behind with a big sound, dog will turn and bite you. So, how do you live with dog? You study your dog. You gain more knowledge about your dog. You start understanding what are the things which irritates him. You don't do those things. You don't expect dog to change. You don't do those things so that you are protected. Am I clear? And so, if I understand the situation and I make some changes, adjust according to the situation, I would be saved. I can live with dog also very happily, no problem, and get all the benefits. And I always tell people, if you can live with a dog, barking, biting animals, then why can't you live with any other humans? In the same family, all the varieties are there. You should be able to manage. Protect yourself. Now, in this entire atmosphere of COVID, family is together. You have never experienced family like that for a long time. You may have gone for some trip, some vacation somewhere, but then the whole uh, approach is to see the scenario, world. You go here and there. But when living here, you are locked inside. You can't go out. In and out. Children are in the house. Elders are in the house. Families, husband, wife, all whole family together. No help. And you are together. Now how to live? There are people who really love this whole atmosphere because they have never seen all these special qualities which family members have. They first time they hear that their mother can sing so well, or a brother can also cut vegetables so well. We have to start seeing good in each other. We have to do things together in a family. We don't try and educate others. Don't tell others, don't do this, do that. Nobody is in the house ready to learn from you. There is no learning atmosphere in the house. Everybody is expecting, not otherwise. And so here you are supposed to see some goodness in each other and start living life together. Certain things you can do together, like cooking in the kitchen together, cleaning together, sweeping, swabbing together. Everything everybody should know in the house. Now gone those days when you say that boys don't go in kitchen and girls don't go in kitchen, and now the servants are there to take care. Well, if they, we also should know, if I am eating food, I should know how to cook. I am wearing clothes, I should know at least how to stitch if things are torn, and not feel so helpless and tuck the buttons if they are broken. If I'm staying in the house, I should know how to keep my house clean and all that. All this is my duty. Everybody in the house, old people, senior citizens also should become totally self-reliant. They can't say we are old, so somebody should take care of us. No, they should also do something to become healthy and fit. Yoga starts about self-reliance. All the techniques of yoga really helps you to become healthy physically and see that mind also can be kept focused. Simple, simple techniques of just lying down. The moment you get up, stretch your body a bit. Yastikasana, stretch your body. Take few deep breaths. Not so difficult. Everybody can do. Fold your legs a little bit. Bring them closer to your body. And little bit breathe from abdomen. Diaphragmatic breathing works wonders to see that your diaphragm, the tension in your body is gone. All that. Trying to see that the morning, since you are up, you have to evacuate your bowels, and it should be clear and you are not constipated. So see to it that you focus and do your job well. We are talking about imbibing yoga technology, technique part into our day-to-day living. Yoga is psychology, philosophy, and technology. Technology is this asana, pranayama, meditation, kriya, bandha, mudras. You have to use this technology as and when required. You may do asana for 1 hour in a day to bring flexibility to your body, but that is not yoga. Doing 1 hour asana and then forgetting about yourself is not what yoga really aims at. Yoga talks about life. So these techniques have to get into your day-to-day living. Whenever there is a, you are alone, one work is over, you can sit and even close your eyes and meditate a bit. All this technology has to get into your system. How you are taking baths, how you are eating food, when you are eating food, what you are supposed to do, all that person should know to see that the technology is used properly. But what I was till now trying to tell you is human psychology. As far as philosophy is concerned, person has to have some purpose and goal in any action of his life. And so person should be doing every action remembering reason why he is doing the action. So start doing that and see to it that we do something to create the problem. People want to ask questions. I'm given the message. So it would be lovely, because it is such a vast subject that I would rather want all of you to ask, and we may move ahead in life like that. But
Hansaji, thanks to your talk. First thing I did before switching on the camera was to sit straight and take care of my spine.
very good.
So, though we've been knowing it all through, but we tend to forget. And when you were telling us about this, my mind just went to all the kids that I see around, and they are all slouched on the sofas. So, taking care of the spine is the, I think, least thing that we have in our minds. Even, I was little slouched, and then I realized that I need to first sit straight before I talk to Hansaji.
Okay. Yeah, once in a while you should become aware, no doubt.
Yeah,
Do you
awareness.
have
Yeah,
questions with you, Rashmi?
Ji, ma'am. Ma'am, the audience will definitely like to know what is your take home message for us during these pandemic times, because in COVID we need to have a body which is ready for this kind of an environment. And also, since many of us have already had a encounter with the virus, so how
Yes.
do we take care of our bodies post COVID? And how yoga can help us in both these situations. I think maybe first we can talk about that how yoga can prepare us for COVID, and also unseen diseases that we might be facing in future.
Okay. So we focus on disease. The point is that this COVID, is attacking your respiratory system more. So all these areas, the hygiene of all these area has to be maintained. You have to see that your forehead, your cheeks, all these areas are warm and not chilled, cold. So massaging your forehead, massaging this area, Kapala Dranda Dhoti, Karna Dranda Dhoti, becomes natural. Bring this technique. Cover your head when you are sleeping so that your nasal passages are open. Become aware of your breath. Do little Kapal Bhati, only nasal and not stomach. Just in and out breath from your nose to become aware of your breathing. Definitely do what is called as pranayama, like inhalation and exhalation using your rib cage, or inhalation and exhalation your abdominal region or clavicular region. These are simple things which people can quickly learn and adapt. But the point is that in all this entire scenario, your routines have to be very healthy. At the time from sunrise to sunset is your day. After sunset, you are not supposed to eat. Rather, 3 hours before sleeping, you should finish your food. And 1 hour before sleeping, you should be away from all these gadgets, your mobile and this and that, because good sleep is one of the major thing which all of us need. In sleep, all the
and
homeworks are secreted well. And so
and
you should sleep
also,
better.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also something that all of us have become very used to ignoring.
Yeah, absolutely right. That's why I have to mention that very strongly. That first is food, that first meal at the time of sunrise and last meal at the time of sunset. That should be our discipline. Eat little, 4 times in a day. Overeating, just avoid. Eat only
Ma'am,
when you are hungry. So
ma'am,
something simple and homemade fresh food. Don't open the packet and eat. Don't drink the bottle and eat, because they all have preservatives and they all will make our body acidic. Our body needs to be alkaline to fight with this infection. And so acidic body should be avoided. So too much of chili, garam masala, all ready-made packages which are available should be totally avoided. Eating food, stray food outside and all that, just avoid. Homemade simple food or simple vegetarian diet, I would strongly recommend we should be eating. We should definitely have a drinks like lemon juice. In lemon juice, we can put what is called as cinnamon, little bit dalchini. You can put little haldi. You can take honey and take it, and that would be a very good drink. You don't have to bother about too many things. Something very simple. That should be first in the morning. But the moment you wake up, drink a glass of warm water, and drink the moment you when you go to bed again, drink a glass of warm water. Why? It washes away your throat. Ear, nose, and throat hygiene is maintained when you clear your throat with warm water. Whatever you do. So, 4 times you are going to eat, and food should be simple, homemade, freshly made food and not kept food. That is one thing. With COVID, be very clear. And drinking water should not be cold. It should be warm water and not cold water, preferably. I have stopped drinking normal, even matka pani. I have my water here in the bottle, which is a warm water. And you drink that, and things are better. And then, as I said, sleep. You should see that you sleep well. and you need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. There is a stress outside. You have to deal with stress, and so you have to sleep well. Do you know if you don't sleep well, what happens? All hormones are disturbed, skin becomes dry, more hair fall, more problems on your skin level, itchiness and irritation goes, and above all hormonal imbalance. So many problems come, you have no idea, right from growing of your hair all over here and there, all hormone, and polycystic ovaries, to many such things. Now I'm not giving details, but sickness is going to come. Good sleep can solve big problems, and so sleep well. Third is activity, exercises. Before food is the time for exercise. If you don't know asanas, at least you can walk, at least you can climb. But you are in the house, small little house, tied up right now. I don't know whether where you live even climbing is possible or not. If possible, you should be climbing at least 5 6 floors and come back before eating your food. Or in the house, standing and walking, that itself would be fine. And see to it that you walk for half an hour of walk to maximum 45 minutes of walk. Be little active physically, to see that no pressure is there on your lower back. When you are sitting for long, your kidneys are affected, your liver is affected. Quite a lot of fat liver and kidney problems are very common now. And so to start seeing that every 1 hour you little bit get up and little bit walk, go at the window, see something which is very far from you. This way, when you are sitting in front of computer, your gaze is only short term. You are seeing something which is very close. You should see something which is very far. Then your optic nerve is getting relaxed. Otherwise, there is a tension. Eyes get into tension on optic nerve, and so your brain. And so start seeing something which is very far, getting up from your place little for half a minute, 1 minute, and then sitting. So this little awareness has to be maintained, and you can really remain fit. We have seen in the institute, none of our students have had any COVID problem, none of them. We have so many. And those who had the problem where their family members, either somebody's father died or some mother died or uncle died, but whole family was down with COVID, but they didn't have, because somehow this healthy routines, healthy habits, and above all is the state of your mind, which I am continuously talking, that please don't be under fear, anxiety. Why the hell your mind is busy with all these things? Keep your mind busy. If your mind goes in past, means your mind is free. So keep your mind, come on, read something, write nicely, read some jokes, remember jokes and make everybody laugh. Read some nice good statements, sayings, memorize them, use your memory, otherwise memory gets lost as you grow old. By 60 onwards, people say yaad hi nahi rehta hai kuch memories. Are, but you are not using it. At least remember one joke every day. Just reading joke doesn't mean anything. Remember, memorizing one shloka or some joke or some good saying, some nice, shairi, kuch to hona chahiye, some song, dancing, singing, all these are very important, very important. And being with nature is very important. Nature always relaxes you. So this is COVID, before and after COVID. After you got the infection, some people have lots of problem after that, because they had fever, they had very bad chest, oxygen level went down. So we have shown how to increase your oxygen level by lying down on your abdomen and keeping a pillow below your hip region, two three pillow, and your body position in such a way that the oxygen would be better. Doing these breathing exercises, alternate breathing. In the hospital also, move your hand up, use all the sets of muscle when you move your hand up, and take a full breath in and breath out, abdominal breathing. So these things, simple things person should do. But then eating very little, very often, every 2 hours something should go in your body. Some liquid, not a solid food, would be better for at least 8 to 10 days, relaxation at all level, and lying down and doing your pranayama number 4 very often. These things would help, and they recoup very fast. But slowly start again your life and don't be in a hurry. Above all is the state of your mind. So try and do that. So these are my suggestions. Tell me, Rashmi, any other question?
Yeah, I would like participants to ask their questions. They can put in, they can, I think, unmute themselves and ask directly. I'll request host, if they are muted, kindly unmute them so that they can ask their questions.
Has been done.
Yeah, thank you, Sumit. Hansaji, you also said that your first meal should be at the dawn, with the first ray. So I think, do you mean that this meal could be as simple as a spoon of honey? Because that's generally what I have by that time, because the
First,
body is
you
not
should
ready.
have your breakfast. First is, of course, honey and lemon,
No, you
limbu.
said that first meal by the sundawn.
Yes, that is at the breakfast. No, I'm talking about breakfast.
Okay.
And that breakfast must have, it should be like a meal. So
Yeah.
in breakfast, you must have nuts,
Yeah.
at least almond or boiled groundnut, pistachio, kaju, any of these things too. You must have these seeds which are available, pumpkin seed and varieties of seed and chia seeds, and all these seeds can go into your body, 1-2 spoon. And you should have something like poha or upma or any of these things also. Try and see that your breakfast is a complete breakfast right in the morning, because at night you will be finishing your food at 7 o'clock, so that your breakfast has to be a proper meal. And it's not overeating, it is eating little, so that after 2 hours you can have a good amount of fruits. All varieties of fresh fruits you should eat separately. And so by 10:30, if you can have varieties of fruits available, eat. Now mangoes are available. Now, of course, cherries have come, leech has come, and all these things. You can eat little of all these things. And then lunch at 12:30. But in breakfast, all meals, you must have a glass full of liquid. So in breakfast, I always say have a herbal tea. That is ginger, smashed ginger, boil it in water, lemongrass, mint leaves. It's tasty, very good. Just boil these things and then strain it and add milk. If at all you want milk, there are people who don't want milk, then don't. But then glass full of that liquid you must have in breakfast, along with all this which I have told you to eat. At lunchtime, you must have a glass full of chaach, buttermilk. Dahi, yogurt, curd should go in your body from various angles. We must have more lactobacillus enzymes in our body, and so curd has to go in your body. So take curd. If not milk, chalega, but dahi has to go. You must have cheese, that is cottage cheese, paneer, in your food, at least 3 times in a week.
And can we have bread also? Because this is also fermented food.
Bread has maida.
Ma'am, these days we are getting whole wheat bread also. So,
If you have a good whole wheat bread, still 70% is maida. I think so. It is not a complete whole wheat, but whatever it is, you can have bread and lots of spices, slices of vegetables, and all that along with it. Go ahead. But once in a while, bread. Otherwise, have these things. Poha. Poha is one of a very good carb food. Poha, upma, dosas, idlis, dosas, they are all very good food, fermented, so rich in B12 and rich in all these things. So such things should be there. Chapatis, varieties of chapatis with methi inside or palak inside. Make nice chapati and have it. That should be in your breakfast also. And bread once or twice in a week. So all varieties you can have. Yeah.
Yeah, may I
Ma'am,
ask?
I have a small question. It
Yeah.
is generally said that those people who are allergic, like seasonal allergies, pollen allergies, they should not have curd or banana. Is it really true?
No, let me tell you, you may be allergic, but after eating that, you feel too much of mucus and curd coming up or itchy and irritation. I always tell to such people that after eating, drink one mouthful of warm water, keep it in your mouth for 2 minutes and then drink it so that you wash away the raw effect of this allergy. But you must take these things. You can make wheat flour, mix it with curd, and make a dough out of dahi and make a chapati, and that will never hurt you. You can use dahi in many other ways. So, but dahi should go in your body. Try and see that unless you are really allergic, allergy is very strong that after taking that you have a spasm and you stop breathing only, then it's different matter. Then you keep away from this, but do yoga, improve your vital capacity, improve your lung capacity and all that. And after 3 months of learning yoga properly, if you eat curd, you will not be allergic. Allergies are like Maya, it comes and goes. You don't get afraid of allergy and stop that for the whole life. Just for 2 3 months, you keep away, strengthen
Thank you so
yourself.
much, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
And does the same hold for gluten intolerance as well? Because I see,
Yes,
I hadn't heard about it, few years back, 10 years
yes,
back. But
I
now
know.
I see, many of friends complaining about being gluten intolerant and not eating chapatis. That is why.
Yeah, yeah. Suddenly, this gluten has become very big factor. But one thing is very clear that if you are chapatis should be of various type, bajra, juwar, ragi, that mixture of all these things, rice chapati, um, varieties of chapatis you can make. So that part is very clear. And gluten again, keep away from these things, but then develop your immunity strong by doing learning yoga. And yoga means these techniques and the mind. If you follow that, all allergies go away. You don't have to worry at all about it. Don't get afraid of allergy. That is all reflecting your weakness. Your body has become touchy and sensitive. Overcome that and you'll be able to handle. We have lots of such people and they are fit and fine now. No allergies. You should enjoy life, everything of life. So don't worry.
Rashmi, if you allow, can I ask one more
Sure,
question?
ma'am. Please go ahead. All your queries. We aren't going to get another chance.
Okay. Ma'am, I am little curious to know that are there any foods which really affect our blood pressure, whether they lower or they raise the level of blood pressure?
See, the food which is definitely directing, affecting, because we have done lots of research in all these areas, hypertension, blood pressure, and that is number one is non-vegetarian food. Number two is very high protein diet, like every day eating rajma or every day eating the soya things and all that will affect. They are all acidic in nature. And so you are supposed to take more alkaline. So lots of vegetables, make vegetables, fresh fruits. Fruits are all alkaline because they get converted into alkaline in our body the moment they mix it with hydrochloric acid. And so these foods should be taken. Blood pressure people should notice that they are supposed to stop overeating. They eat only that much to satiate their hunger. So eat little. When you get up from your dining table, you should feel that you can eat more, but you are not eating. And after 2 hours, if you are hungry, take some fruits. Reduce the quantity of your food, and that itself would work. You will notice we eat unnecessarily too much. So avoid that. Mitahari, and your body will handle the less food much better way. More food is stress for your body. So try these simple things. Alkaline food and quantity of food and timely eating food every 4 hours. Only when you are hungry. If you are not hungry, just take that liquid. Buttermilk in the afternoon, in the evening lemon juice, and at night soups. Varieties of vegetables into soup or any soup, tomato soup, cucumber tomato, all varieties you can make soup and have soup, but homemade, just boil and eat.
Yeah.
And
Thank
that
you,
will
ma'am.
just
Thank
be.
you so much.
And for
Lakshmi,
blood pressure, walking
hello.
and doing shavasana is the treatment. Every 2 hours, if you are in the house, every 2 hours, just lie down flat on the ground, I mean, in your bed. Just learn shavasana, relax your body. After walking, walk for 10-15 minutes and then relax for 10 minutes, and you will see your blood pressure going down automatically. So do these things.
Thank
Lakshmi,
you,
I have a
ma'am.
small question. Can I
Please
ask?
go ahead. Please go
Yes.
ahead. Don't ask me. Please go ahead.
Ma'am, you told about technology, three
Yeah.
technologies you talked about. Could you please elaborate on that, or could you please repeat that? I couldn't, take up on those.
Technology, see, as I told you, yoga has these three subjects: psychology, how human mind works, and how it is supposed to work, that you have to train your mind and you should think the different way. Philosophy, purpose, and goal of every action which you are doing in life. And technology, which involves asanas, pranayams, meditation, kriyas, bandhas, mudras. These
Okay.
are the technology of yoga. So you use these things as and when during day. Learn.
Right.
Technology has to be learnt a bit.
But simple pranayam can be done when we have
Yes,
anulom vilom, and then
yes, yes,
bhastrika and all that can be done. So that is also
yes,
a way of technology.
yes,
And
yes.
then,
It is all
invoking
technology. But
deep
bhastrika,
breathing.
moving stomach in and out, you can do only in the morning with empty stomach.
Okay, okay.
But this, what I am taking, Kapal Bhati, that is breathing in and breathing out fast, only from nostril. This is for respiratory system.
Okay.
So this you should do very often.
Acha,
Yeah.
this, what do you call bhastrika? I mean,
Kapal Bhati.
kapalbhati, right.
That is like this, I am showing you. Simple. That you
Acha,
do. Or
acha, inhale करना है, exhale करना है, inhale करना है, exhale
दोनों
करना
दोनों inhale पूरा करो और exhale पूरा करो.
है. अच्छा,
Like that.
okay. It should
And
be seen in your
Ma'am,
neck. Ah.
ma'am, when you do it, the stomach automatically moves.
see, your mind should not be on stomach to move it more. Stomach moves very little. Your focus should be on breath. In and out, in and out. And when you are doing other type, your whole focus is on stomach. You breathe out, pushing your stomach in. That you should do only in the morning with empty stomach, not throughout the day. This you should do throughout the day.
More
Can
questions,
you ask
please.
something, Rashmi ma'am?
Sure, sure,
How?
Shalini.
Uh, Ma'am, first of all, I know you are such an eminent personality. I have seen many of your YouTube videos. And in fact, once at the COVID time, nowadays, I put your Brahmari wala video also in my
Yes.
status so that the other people who are suffering from the COVID, they can actually do the Brahmari pranayam. So
Yes, yes. Good that you reminded me, because
because
that's
I'm a regular
Brahmali.
I'm a regular watcher of your YouTube videos.
Okay,
So, ma'am,
so
I really want to know one thing, ma'am, how to start. And, if I really want to learn the yoga, how to start, कहाँ से शुरू करें, कौन से
देखिए
online platforms हैं?
देखिए आजकल आजकल हम भी काफी ऑनलाइन पे है. ऑल द टीचिंग इज डन ऑनलाइन. तो यू कैन स्ट्रेट अवे यूनाइट जॉइन विथ मी at the yoga institute online. 21 day better living course is the first thing you should do, where we exactly teach you all this technology very simple way. 21 day course, 1 hour, 1.5 hour every day. Just see in our website when the course starts, and you can start every month. That has, we have what is called as 1 month teachers course, which is beautiful, so that you learn also and you can help also your family. So such courses are there online, and you can start and watching my video. Simple thing. I believe in simplifying all these technology. We are not hot yogis, we are householders who have lots of responsibilities, duties, take care of each and everybody around, and living our life and progressing. So what householders should do, I teach. The Yoga Institute teaches since last 102 years. So you can join the course online and you can go ahead and learn, I'm sure. And you will listen to my talk there also then. Yes. Namaste. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Okay, Rashmi, what is it?
Do we have more questions? 2 minutes more we can take from ma'am.
Go ahead.
There are few questions in chat
Yeah.
box also.
कुछ कह रहे हैं आप डॉक्टर सुमित?
And there are few questions in the chat box also.
I can't see any. Please read them out, Dr. Sumit. I just can't see any.
Yes.
They are directly to me.
Okay. They are directed to you. Know? Please read out.
Ma'am, there is a question from Dr. Sunita Malik. Should we drink milk? Some doctors suggest avoiding milk and others recommend it. Since milk causes inflammation, and I was advised to avoid it.
Inflammation for cough. You
Yes,
see,
ma'am.
every human's body is different. You will have to find out what you eat and what effect is there on your body. Forget about what doctors are telling you, watching that you have lots of cough. So they will say avoid. But you should dilute, if milk is bothering, in lots of water. This water boiled, to putting little milk in that, ek ghoot doodh andar, so that your body starts getting used to digesting. That is one suggestion I can make. And the way in which nowadays milk dairies are made, creating little bit of problem, pain in your mind. So try and see that you get milk from a small dudwala who has few cows and who can give you a normal healthy milk, then it is okay. So if you want to avoid, you can avoid, but milk avoiding doesn't mean dahi and cheese, paneer, ये सब भी अगर avoid करोगे, then तो you will have to have lots of vegetables, lots of nuts, lots of fruits. नहीं तो बॉडी का न्यूट्रिटिव वो खत्म हो जाएगा बैलेंस. इतना एक्सट्रीम जाने की जरूरत नहीं मेरे हिसाब से. मेरे हिसाब से जरूरत है सब चीज थोड़ी थोड़ी खाओ. अगर कोई चीज बहुत डिफिकल्ट लग रही है तो थोड़े दिन मत खाओ, अपने आप को स्ट्रांग बनाओ और फिर खाओ. यू शुड बी एबल टू एंजॉय योर लाइफ. मैं तो कह रही हूँ सब चीज अपने जो कल्चर में है ना, अपने खाने पीने की सब तरीके, यू नो, एवरी season has its own food and all that. They are very scientific, I tell you, our culture.
And even pakoras?
Huh?
Ma'am, pakoras too? Because
yes.
Every rainy season we have this culture of having pakoras. So
जब बहुत बारिश गिर रही है ना और जब सब कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है तो खाओ पकोड़ा, मगर पकोड़ा खाने के बाद गर्म पानी इमीडिएटली पी लेना. और जब पकोड़ा खा रहे हो तो ओवर ईटिंग मत करो. दैट आई वुड स्ट्रॉन्ग अवे से नो. कुछ नहीं छूटने वाला है, बहुत खाया है, अब थोड़ा खाने का है, जस्ट गिन के. दैट वुड बी फाइन. ईट एनीथिंग. मैंने भी 4 दिन पहले ही पकोड़ा खाया, वो उसका बना के, वो मिंट लीव, या गार्डन में बहुत सारे हो गए थे तो मिंट लीव को का पकोड़ा बनाए. वेरी गुड. लेकिन इमीडिएटली गर्म पानी पियो. उस दिन आप फल ज्यादा खाना, उस दिन तेल ज्यादा वापरना मत खाने में. घी बॉडी में जाना चाहिए. यू मस्ट हैव अ स्पून ऑफ घी इन अ डे. 1 स्पून ऑफ घी इन अ डे मस्ट गो. तो बहुत ज्यादा कैलकुलेटिव मत बनो. एंजॉय द फूड एंड ईट. या
Sumit, do we have any question or we've taken,
yeah, my office is telling in the session.
So I think the questions will not end, at least from my side, if I'm given all the liberty. But I know that time has to be maintained.
You could always write email and I'll reply. You could always phone and talk. If office can give you the time, we can talk. I'm always available. But try and take charge of yourself. Look after yourself. You are responsible. You make or break your life. You are your best friend and you are your worst enemy. So remember all these things and take charge. Nothing will go wrong. Let there be COVID infection outside. These infections have come earlier also and gone, but you should remain strong. You should do your duty towards your body and others. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So,
It was such a pleasure. And for a little vote of thanks, I would like to start with, I think I should start with my mother, because she sent me that Brahmari Pranayam YouTube link first.
yeah,
From
yeah.
there, I got an idea that actually, ma'am, as you must have heard, that we have called you under our Shashakt society, which is Women Empowerment Society of the college. So, ma'am, like many, I have seen you since childhood. I think since we had a black and white television.
Yes,
And
Acha.
I was so impressed as a child that this beautiful, sophisticated, elegant lady teaching yoga. I mean, matlab, so I was really, influenced, and I thought maybe if I can't do anything, probably even I might become a yoga teacher. That didn't happen, but I became a teacher nonetheless. So, ma'am, from that Brahmari video came the inspiration, and I'm very thankful to you. Your team
Institute.
responded immediately and in a positive note, and then you came on board. So, this was. Really dream come true for me, or maybe something that I hadn't thought, that one day I'll be talking to you face to face, one to one, in front of an audience. So it's such a pleasure for me. Then I think the Shashakt convener, Dr. Gitika Kalra, who gave a go ahead, then our college administrative staff, and our beloved principal. He couldn't join us because of something very urgent at family front, but that we gain his support every time for every venture. So I must thank him, and I must thank all the participants for their presence as well as patience and their questions. From here, ma'am, I really do not know what all I will remember. I think I'll remember to have pakoras, but other than that, I'll always remember to take care of my spine and be Gerard and not John. That's my take home
Okay.
from this lecture, and I hope that everyone would have joined. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and to all the participants. I think we would not like to, but I think we'll have to stop this.
Yes. So,
Uh,
well, all the best to all of you and lots of love from me to all of
Thank
you.
you. Such a pleasure,
Bye
ma'am.
bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
Namaste.
एक second. हाँ. Submit. Sumit, we can end the meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you everyone for joining in.